y'all, it cut off on me, and so I used it as an opportunity to zoom back a little too. But yes, we are doing using our L'Oreal nude palette, and so I've got all the mascara. I went ahead and did a couple of extra eyelash curler swabs, whatever, crimps. Get my little bangs out of the way. I feel like I'm a little orangey today, y'all. I think I overdid it on the bronzer again. Which is great for the winter because, you know, it does feel so, just for a white person, you feel so pasty white. And I would have to ask one of my African American friends how they feel about that. Do they feel that winter is a time? I know one of my girlfriends says she has really dry skin, so she actually looks more white. I'm like, why? And she says because your skin starts getting flaky white and or dry looking, and it does lighten the face, and it also isn't a very pretty texture. And she has the most gorgeous skin you've ever seen. But she does use skincare products. I need to ask her what she uses, and is it different for black girls versus white girls? And it's always good to ask women of other cultures, what is the difference? And people are like, oh my gosh, Beth, well, y'all, we do have different chemical makeups, and that's why our skin colors are different. So I like to learn from my friends, do they do things different? Because one of my girlfriends said, yes, we definitely have to do our hair different. So I'd rather learn and be interested in my friends that are different from me, you know, so, especially in beauty stuff. Just like I may talk to an older person or a younger person about how they do things, especially to older ladies since I'm headed that way. How do they do things differently? But some of the videos I see online, I don't necessarily agree with them, where they say, you know, don't use lower lashes and don't use black eyeliner. It makes you look older. I'm like, no, it actually makes you look younger, like when you were a teenager and you did that. Because I feel like the lighter you make your eyes as you age, it actually makes you look older to me. Maybe I'll just change my mind on that one day. Who knows? All right, so I'm tipping out the lash. I've already used an eyelash curler, and so I'm tipping out the lashes to make sure that we've got, hold on, the little eyelash came off on the little cloth. And just make sure the end of the wand is wet with some mascara. And I kind of point the inner ones towards the nose, as y'all know who've followed me for a while, and the outer ones towards the ear. And then once I've got that nicely tipped out like that, so that we're sure that there's mascara on the end, then you start on underneath. And I go very slow so that I don't accidentally get it transferring to my lid or my crease. Because once I've, you know, curled these back, they are longer and bent back towards the crease, so it may get in there. If I do that real quick style that some of the gals do, because I wonder how much do they have to clean up afterwards. And because I want to make sure that I kind of pull this mascara through. It's a very, what is the word that I'm looking for? Let's go ahead and go to the downside here. Wiggle, wiggle, down. Wiggle, wiggle. The wiggle just kind of gets the little teeth on either side of the lash so that you can make sure there's good coverage over the whole lash. Again, I'm going to tip them out towards the ear and this one towards the nose. Oh, there's another one. That's because I use an eyelash curler. Your eyelashes always fall out, by the way, but when people say, eyelash curler make your eyelashes come out. Your eyelashes come out every day, and they grow back in. So you've always got a transfer going on. And as you get older, I guess that process slows down a little. Yeah, because here's another one. I thought there was. Yep. Wipe my little cloth off there. But anyway, just I would think as you get older, what I was telling you was, I was going to say about getting older, but I didn't finish saying, about brushing this through. This formula of this particular mascara is very luxurious and thick, so it's good that the wand is a comb, a teethed comb versus a bristle brush, because the teeth comb really rakes off the excess, which you want to do when you've got a really thick formula. The thick formula is great. By the way, if you're wondering which mascara this is, I showed this to y'all the other day, but this is the Wet n Wild Mega Length, and this is the waterproof, and it's in purple, and it's got a little comb, very much like the Chanel Inimitable, so I'm feeling like this may be my new mascara for a while. Y'all know I'm always trying them out, and this is why. You got to try new things to find what is your favorite. And you think, well, I've got some tried and trues. Well, sometimes you got to remember the reason you had that try and trues because you tried it. And so it's always good to keep trying new things and come into my videos so that I can try it for you and save you some money. But I'm really liking this, y'all, and it's Wet n Wild, so it's very affordable. It's drugstore and grocery store availability. If they carry, like, not every one of them carries Wet n Wild, but most do. Most drugstores do. I go to Walgreens, and I've also got a CVS. I've got a lot of drugstores around me. They've almost oversaturated, but I don't have a problem with it because I like the convenience of whether it's a medication need, a shopping need, because they've realized they can get Christmas shopping done there now, so they have a lot of good in their kind of special section of the drugstore. They've got a lot of good stuff. Like, that's where I get my dad's pants every year. He's got a, because he's older, it's hard for him to, undo things with his hands, and so he likes those pajama pants. And because of COVID and also being 94 years old, it's not like he's going a lot of places, so I call them his house pants. And they have those on sale, and they're like flannel pajama pants. And he loves them. Okay, y'all, I feel like this is the end look. What do you think? I feel like this is a great mascara. I feel like this is one of the best mascaras I can remember in a long time. And it's because of the formula and the comb. And that it's waterproof, so it's going to hold that curl. And we will see today. I'll let you guys know. Did it have good performance? What that means is, did it last? Was it durable throughout the day? Did it hang in there, with you and not start breaking down and wearing down and making your eyes look like you never did any makeup? Now, for some of you, this is too strong of a makeup look. Partly because of the bright color on the inner and under the brow. It is a very glamorous, almost evening look, but I like that look for the day, and that's just me personally. You don't have to do what I do. You don't have to. So, you could tone it down by not using a white shimmer in the inner corner and under here. You could use matte, or you could use more of a cream. I use the kind of white, and there's also champagne color in between that's nice. But I always use a transition color right under that, and then a dark color in the crease. Unless I'm doing some new or different look for me, sometimes I have done a full full dark lid with no light color on the lid. I feel like the light color on the lid does make it look a little more glamorous, a little brighter, a little more made up. You can also do a more natural look where you use peach or pink shades and no browns, no darks. That is not a look for me. It makes me look very washed out because I'm so pale anyway. I know some of you look at me going, you're not that pale. That's all bronzer. Bronzer and makeup. But, yeah, so, also I wanted to tell you, I tried this again. Where is it? I wanted to show you all this. This is from Chantecaille, and it's called, it looks like Chanticaille is what the name looks like. This is called Chantecaille. It's the lady's name. It's called Le Camouflage Stylo Anti-Fatigue Corrector Pen, and I use that under my eyes again today. And I do feel like it helps. It has a little bit of a peach undertone, so it does help with the look of the dark look underneath your eyes. It cancels the blue because it's an orange tone. But it's a very, 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 very light. Like, I say peach. When I say peach, what I mean is like a mild orange. And to me, that's peach. But actually, this is probably more peach. People think of peaches as ripe peaches that are more red-orange, so maybe I need to quit saying peach. But it does cancel blue. Now, for some of you, you would say, okay, what concealer do you use over that? I use this as a concealer. Now, let's just say I'm going to use a concealer over that. Do I have a concealer handy I could use? Who's this? This is Joey. So I will use, I got a little sample right here. I will use concealer over it. But here's what I would say to us older ladies. When you use concealer on top of a color corrector instead of using a blended one, it's a lot of makeup for under your eyes when you've got wrinkles. Okay, this says that it's wheat and it's more white. That is very orange tone to me. But it is concealer, so I'm going to use, I don't use my ring finger because people say, it's the lightest finger. Yes, it is. It's also my hurt finger. So I had to start using my forefinger, and I actually feel like you have more control being under your eye with this. So I'm going to use just a little. And we'll just show you with and without having concealer on top of a color corrector. I'm just going to dab it in so that we're just mainly getting this area right under the eye. And the reason I'm dabbing is it fills the space without making a real heavy statement, and the wrinkles. And I'm going to kind of come down so that it blends it out around the nose. And any excess, I'm just going to kind of go down and through here. Okay, this is with concealer. That's without. What do y'all think? Did I need that? Did it brighten it up that much? Because it's extra product, and remember, when you have extra product sitting in a wrinkle, it sets the wrinkle. Sort of like when you're ironing and you flip something over and you're going to set a crease, and then you lay it up and there's this big wrinkle or crease in it. This is what a wrinkle looks like in your skin. It's a V. It would be flat like that, but as we age, it wrinkles, right? You put something in there, like if you put something in a V, what you're doing is you're filling it up from here to the top so it looks flat again, like a pothole. But eventually, it's sinking, and it's going to set that wider and wider. So it's just going to make it, or not wider, deeper. So it's going to set that wrinkle. So the less you can do excess makeup around your eyes, the better. So again, do y'all think this looks different enough that it was worth it? The right eye? Or is this okay? This does look a tad brighter, but I don't know that it was worth it. I don't feel like it's enough of a difference. But I do got to even it up now. Again, I'm using my forefinger, and I really do like this instead of a ring finger. I feel like I can be just as light. It's just in the matter of the way you touch your eyes. It's not, you know, when people say, well, you got to be really, really careful. See, I'm feeling like it didn't make enough of a difference, especially on that side for some reason. And then I'm just going to kind of make sure I got both. Okay, I feel like it did help a little more on this side. Maybe I needed to add a little more. Do you think that's it?